Hey YouTube, do you struggle with the Raider Brute? From his multitude of attacks, and raiders that spawn during the fight, he can be a very tricky boss. In this guide, we'll run through one of the best ways to manipulate the fight into your own favor. To begin, we'll talk about the boss. The Raider Brute has 4 different attacks he can use: the forward slam, the turnaround attack, the spin charge attack, and the jump attack. Starting with the forward slam attack, this is a rough estimate of where the hitbox for the attack is. As you can see, it does not reach to the end of his weapon. For the turnaround attack, it has a very similar range. Ideally, we want to force a boss into one of these attacks as it stops him from moving around. Turns out, this is an easy feat. As long as you stand in the melee range, he will always use one of his melee attacks. If you stand outside this range, he will always use one of his other attacks. We can manipulate this further as the melee attack he uses is determined on which side of the boss you are on. If you're in front of the boss inside the melee zone, he will always use the forward slam attack. This is ideal as this attack has a cooldown period where the boss does nothing. However, if you are behind him, he will always use the turnaround attack. This is less ideal as there is no cooldown period. So you want to be in front when you can, but as long as you're in the melee zone, you'll be in the optimal position. Now that we've discussed how to manipulate him into the attacks we want, when is the best time to hit him? The obvious answer is during the cooldown period of his forward slam attack, and you are correct. However, did you know that you can hit him while he's attacking? Turns out we outrange him. If we add our attack range to the graphic of his forward slam attack, the white bar represents the distance of where we can hit him from. So what you can do while he's attacking is you can use your charged melee attack to hit him, then go in with quick slashes for extra DPS and energy. The idea is, you stand in the front melee zone, forcing him into a forward slam attack and get out of the hitbox. We'd use a charge attack while he finishes his attack, then during the cooldown, we enter the front melee zone using quick slashes to build up energy again for another charge attack, all while baiting out another forward slam attack. So, it's that easy, right? No. Every 10 seconds, one of 2 enemies will spawn in a rotating fashion. Depending on which one spawns, you'll need to adapt differently. The first enemy to spawn is a Raider Marauder, the scarier of the 2. However, with the build that I use, it only takes 2 bullets and a quick slash to defeat him. The second enemy to spawn is a Raider Scout. Easier to manage of the 2, either 2 bullets or 1 charge melee attack will defeat them. They are ranged units so they won't initially run at you, but will try to be a set distance from you. If he spawns behind the boss, you can back up a little while the boss is on cooldown to try to get him into your charge melee attack range, hitting both the enemy and the boss at the same time. My strategy to deal with spawns is to keep 2 bullets on hand when I can, using the third charge for charge melee attacks. This way, I can quickly deal with any spawns that appear during the fight. Remember, you want to stay in the melee zone as much as possible. With some practice, you'll be able to do something like this.